Let me tell you about something that happened to me last summer, an experience I still can't explain to this day. I was house sitting for my aunt in this beautiful Victorian home just outside the city. You know the type: creaky floorboards, vintage wallpaper, and those weird old portraits that seem to follow you with their eyes. Everything was fine for the first few days. I'd spend my time working remotely, watching Netflix, and occasionally checking on my aunt's ancient cat, Mr. Whiskers. But then, things started getting strange. It began with small things, items that weren't where I'd left them. At first, I blamed Mr. Whiskers, but then I started hearing footsteps upstairs when I was definitely alone downstairs. The cat would stare at empty corners and hiss at nothing. One night, around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of piano music. My aunt's piano was downstairs in the living room, and I knew for a fact that I'd closed its lid before going to bed. The melody was hauntingly beautiful, but somehow wrong. It was like hearing a familiar song played backwards. Heart pounding, I grabbed my phone for light and crept downstairs. The music got louder with each step, but as I reached the living room doorway, it suddenly stopped. The piano lid was open, and the keys were moving by themselves like someone had just finished playing. She turned to look at me, smiled gently, and then faded away like morning mist. The next day, I found an old photograph in my aunt's study. It showed the same woman sitting at that very piano with a cat that looked exactly like Mr. Whiskers. The photo was dated 1893. When my aunt returned, I finally got the courage to tell her what happened. She just smiled and said, "Oh, that's just Grandmother Elizabeth. She always did love playing duets with the family cat." To this day, I can sometimes hear faint piano music when I visit, but I've learned not to be afraid. Some spirits, it seems, just want to keep making beautiful music.